Alright everybody, we're back in Ohio from our Pennsylvania trip, and we didn't get to record as much as we wanted to. We got a lot of rehousings recorded, but as far as doing some other collab videos, those are going to have to wait until we get back to Pennsylvania. I do hope you enjoyed what we did over there. Those rehousings were pretty feisty, I've got to say, and they still all went really well. So like, subscribe, comment, come back here and see us soon at Hillbilly Herpetology. Webbed up exotics get stuck. Hi everybody, welcome to Hillbilly Herpetology. Today we're starting a new series. It's going to be a year in growth and development of 20 tarantula slings. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking all of these little tiny slings today. We're going to be putting them into their new enclosures, and then once a month over the course of the next year, we're going to get these guys out, we're going to look at them, and I'm going to show you guys the growth rate of the tarantulas. I've had a lot of people ask me, how big are they when they start off? How fast do they grow? Well, this is a good way to answer it. I'll tell you this, unless we have a few mature males come out in the first year of a few of these species, most of these won't be near adult size after the first year, but we'll have some good sized spiders in the group. So I'm excited to be able to do this every month for the next year, a new series. All right, here we have a Kilobrachys species crane kraken. This is an old world species, meaning that it does possess medically significant venom, and I do believe that these are of a good size to be able to bite. Not wanting to come out of there, but I'm sure the cameraman can get a good angle in there. About a 1-inch sling, getting close to 1 inch. I've had these for several months now. So I'm just going to, there we go. Well, I do not have all of my proper utensils here. Push pause. Kilobrachys, species crane kraken. I think that this one here is probably about 1 inch long. I'm going to try to get it out to where you can actually see it here. So, as you can see, not a very big spider. But still, an old world and a tarantula to be treated with respect. Now, crazy thing was, here a few seconds ago, this thing was about to crawl out of this by itself. Now, cameraman. And there we have it. And I've actually grown out a kraken in here before. And so, we're just going to use the good old label. And this will be Cthulhu number 2. Alright, here we have Cereopogypus, species Haiti Haiti. And I'm just going to be taking some of this webbing out slowly here. Once again, this is an old world species, medically significant venom, so you're going to want to be careful when working with them. Alright, I can definitely feel there's something going to come out of this. That tarantula is in here. So, what I have to do is I have to find it without hurting it. Sometimes it's easier to look with a paintbrush. I see movement down here. Come on. Come on. Come on out and see what's going on. There you are. There you are. So I've been growing these Hades here out for probably 2 or 3 months already. And as you can see, they're still fairly tiny slings. Now, about the same size as the Kraken, actually. I'd say these are all probably close to about 1-inch slings. So I've gotten this enclosure right up here ready for this Hades. And what I'm gonna try to do, and I could be absolutely insane here, I'm gonna try to just pick up this dirt here and just put it right in here with the Hades on it. And then it just picks right off into the moss. And this will probably have some webbing and things go up in it. I don't think that they burrow as much once they get a little bit bigger. But once again, we'll have updates on that in the upcoming months. All right, Formiga chilus, arbicula, or the Borneo black. This is an arboreal, which is why we're putting it in the taller enclosure here with a piece of bark, but also with some substrate down here, because slings always have the tendency to burrow. So this thing's made some dirt curtains. I'm gonna go ahead and pull those out here. I have no clue the size of this thing. A lot of these I've had for several months, and I have not laid eyes on the whole spider. I'll see legs, or I'll see just the upper portion of them as they're grabbing prey. But I have not seen the whole spider, probably ever. All right, so we're almost there. I've seen some little tarantula paws. Some little tiny tarantula paws. Ooh. Look at that. A bit bigger than the other ones we've been messing with so far today. The Borneo black. Just a little tiny baby sling. Now, let's see if we can ninja it in here. I'm gonna want to get my paintbrush ready. What a beautiful rehousing. That was perfect. All right, Titulocotyle albipilosa, or the curly hair. This one's gonna be a lot of fun to see because these guys are just known as slow growers. Anything from the genus Titulocotyle known as slow growers. We have some Titulocotyle vagans up there as well we're working on, but both of these are considered to be beginner species, which is why we figured we'd go ahead and start with the breeding. So in an older video, you guys seen the female that we brought back. Wait, no, we edited that out. So we will be showing you the female curly hair that we have in the breeding program that we got from the expo, but that will be later. For now, we're gonna get these ones out. Now, when I got these slings, they were already a lot bigger than most of the ones we've seen in the video today, which is good because, like I said, these are very slow growing tarantulas. All right, so now, these guys here are not aggressive in their new worlds, so I'm not worried about getting bit. I'm going to show you guys a good show of how the size is here. Does not want to come out at all. So you can see they're a bit bigger than your nail. So I would say 1.5-inch slings. We'll get this guy in here. Now these are terrestrial, so he's good just living right up there on the top like that. And if he wants to, he will go ahead and make a tunnel to go in. At this age, they might. We'll see. But should have plenty of room to grow in there. And this is the Psalmopoeus armenia. Little tiny bugger. It'll grow up to be a Venezuelan sun tiger. And this thing is 1/2 inch maybe. Tiny, tiny, tiny. Now it's curled up in this stress pose. I'm gonna see if I can get it to go over the side and into its new enclosure. a Simopius armenia. Simopius palker, or the Panama blonde. When I know the common name, I'll say the common name, and I'll try to start remembering more. It's just hard, because I never hear them. Okay, so this is the cousin to that little Armenia that we just seen. They're in the same family. They look strikingly different as babies. About the same size, but this one's like a black sling with pink legs. And I know the pink doesn't really show up so good on the video, but once again, isn't it amazing just to see how teeny tiny these things are? So, that thing was so easy to get it to go back in there. All right, now we have it, another successful one. All right, we have the Simopius reduncus, the third member of the family that we have in this group. This one actually is kind of, it's crazy how all of these slings have like their own look. Usually in a genus, a lot of the slings will look similar. All of these, I mean, they have somewhat of a similar look, but at the same time, way different. It's weird. It's like different colorations with the same pattern. So, you can see about the size of my fingernail again. It's not spread out. Spread out, it would be a bit bigger. But this thing's not wanting to budge. Let's just see if I can get it to go into its new enclosure. All right, we'll have another one coming next month so you can see how much this one's grown. Okay, the Dabus pentalores, or I think it's called the Guatemalan flame rump, if I'm correct. And this thing just started showing some of its adult colors. It doesn't look anywhere near as good as it will when it gets bigger. These things are some of my favorite smaller tarantulas. These things will be absolutely gorgeous. Red and black, which I love those two colors together. And then on top of that, the patterning is just so awesome on these guys. So, can you get a good picture of it, camera man? So that pattern will just get more pronounced that's on its abdomen, and the red will pop more and more the bigger it gets. But once again, you'll see that all within the next 12 months. So now, I've got to try to get them to come up off of this and into the new enclosure. They'll just have to be coaxed a little bit. And there we go. All right, the P. sazame, or the iridescent blue tarantula. Now, these things have molted out a few times since I got them. When I got these things, they were barely specks. You could barely see them. So, it's nice to actually be able to see a little bit of size on these guys. And even with that size, they're still smaller than some of the other ones after a few molts. So this thing's gonna look a lot like a Titolacado vagans or a Mexican red rump, but only if a Mexican red rump had a blue hue to it. So let's see how nice this one's gonna be about going into the new enclosure for us. Heriostratus gigas, or the Cameroon red baboon. Now these guys are old worlds and they are known to be a bit on the feisty side. This is the first time that I'm having to rehouse these little guys. And there we go. Keep on running right back into dirt. Ooh, threat pose. Did you see that? Mm-hmm. Okay. So, just gonna Gonna go back up here into this, and then we're gonna get him to go back down out of it. And he just wants to go back in the dirt. As you can see, quickly building a tunnel for himself. All right, so back here with a book, by the way, guys. Obviously, we didn't do all 20 of the rehousings on video. One of them, the Panthopedius species Macala, is eating a giant grasshopper right now. It's not here. And so I really don't want to disturb that by rehousing. So we're going to wait and do that on the next video. And then the other ones are all doubles or triples of ones that we just did. And it would be more of the same thing, so I figured why repeat it. Please, everybody, like, subscribe, comment to the video, and we'll be back with more hillbilly herpetology. Get stuck.